Hey guys, welcome to Scott's podcast series. I am delighted and privileged to have Jesse Cole, the owner of the Savannah Bananas, one of the most exciting baseball teams on the planet. I followed them the last couple of years. Jesse, welcome to the pod. How's it going today?
Fired up to be with you, my friend. Let's have some fun.
For sure. And why don't we kind of get started, kind of introduce yourself and got to know me before we click the record button here on the pod. Tell me how you got to where you are as owner of Savannah Bananas and kind of give me the backstory behind how you founded the Savannah Bananas.
Long story short, I was a baseball guy. Grew up in south of Boston playing baseball. My dad bought a baseball facility so I could play and train indoor year round. I was fortunate to get a full college scholarship, went down south, South Carolina, a small D1 school, Wofford, to play baseball. Started talking to pro teams. And then the best thing that ever happened in my junior year of college, I tore my shoulder. That ended my career. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me because it forced me to either go into coaching or work the front office. And I went into coaching for a summer and realized that I loved playing the game, but watching the game was the most boring thing I've ever seen in the world. And so that's when I said, well, what if I go in the front office and try to turn that around? And so I took an internship, got offered the job as a general manager of a baseball team at 23 years old in Gastonia, North Carolina. And the only way you get offered a GM at 23 is it has to be the worst team in the entire country. And it was failing, $268 in the bank account, 200 fans coming to games. I mean, failing, absolutely failing. And so long story short, took that team, didn't pay myself the first 3 months and read every book on P.T. Barnum, Walt Disney, marketing, customer experience. And we started trying things, flatulence fun nights, salute to underwear nights, you name it, we tried it. Our players did choreographed dances, grandma beauty pageants. And all of a sudden, based on creating so much attention and having so much fun for the fans, that team started selling out games. Finished fourth in the country in attendance. And then my wife and I looked for our next challenge, went down to Savannah, Georgia. There was minor league baseball there for 90 years, but it failed. No one came to the games. The team left. They said they needed a $40 million stadium. We said, why don't we take it? Showed up that first day. They had cut the phone lines, cut the internet lines, took everything out of the ballpark. We convinced the city to let us in, and we had big vision for the team, but we failed. We only sold 2 tickets in the first 3 months. Only two.
Wow.
And by January of 2016, 6 years ago, got a call that we overdrafted our account. We were out of money. And so my wife and I sold everything, sold the house, sold everything we had, put the money into the team, found a dump, and said we had to do something different. And that's really where the Savannah journey started 6 years ago.
Now that is absolutely remarkable. You think these entrepreneurs are just have everything, give it to them, they have success. But I mean, literally selling 2 tickets, overdrawn bank account, now like the hottest team there is, like you can't even get a ticket to the Savannah Bananas. Like, what separates you from all the other baseball entities, and whether it's minor league baseball, major league baseball, professional sports, minor league sports, you literally cannot get a ticket to see a Savannah Bananas game sold out. I mean, you have to have hookups, you have to be there, a grandfather did, I don't know, but how is the Savannah Bananas the hottest ticket in all of sports, which it truly is, in my belief?
Well, I appreciate it. And that's a loaded question, but the simple way to break it down is because the name of our company is Fans First Entertainment, and every decision we make is fans first. But yeah, I pinch myself when USA Today wrote a story this summer about people were paying 10 times face value for tickets and traveling in from every state in the country. I'm like, this is not real. But yeah, we asked the question, what makes you different? And I think most sports teams, they're like, oh, well, they're all playing the same game to compete on the baseball, the basketball, the football, and only can have one winner. What I learned from Walt Disney is control the controllables. One of the reasons why he didn't really love the movie business after a while was because when he was in a theater, you couldn't control how dirty it was, how people were treated, if it was dark and everything. And he thought, Disneyland, I can control the experience, bring all the characters together, the music, the sounds, the landscaping, the smells, the everything. And I feel the same way. Most sports operators don't think that. But, we said, what if we mapped the experience? What if every ticket was all inclusive? What if we invented a new game and a 2-hour time limit? What if I had breakdancing first base coaches and pep bands and banana babies and banana nanas and male cheerleading teams and magicians and you name it? We created a circus and said we had to ask one question. What do you want to be known for? And I think if you ask that question to every sports team in the country, they might not have a great answer. We didn't for many years until we said, you know what? We can be the most fun team in baseball. we can make baseball fun and be the most fun team in baseball. And that has guided our decisions and fans first. And that's why everything we do, we try to do something fun that'll entertain fans. And, now I laugh is, we have 250,000 more followers on TikTok than every major league team. We're about to hit 1 million followers. I mean, it's just crazy. But we've simplified who we are and what we stand for. And in most teams, they talk about bringing in revenue, bringing in sales. We talk about how do you create fans. It's a different conversation and produces much better results.
And that's the perfect to my leeway. And I heard you say this on LinkedIn also, a couple of weeks ago, is that you go into organizations, not just like sports biz, but professionals, companies. It's just all about the bottom line. People don't really connect the dots of how we're going to get to that revenue number. What I like about you is it's all about the fans. And if we connect the dots, we make it all about the fans, then we'll hit our bottom line revenue goals. Why do you think that is?
Most companies are, looked at and as far as quarterly results. You're judged on quarterly results. They're looking at the stocks on a daily basis. Even sports teams, what are the sales you brought in this week? What are the sales next week? When you focus on short-term profits, you take away the opportunity to create long-term fans. They don't go hand in hand. When you focus on long-term fans, you can then create long-term profits. It's painful. When you look at our business, we have no ticket fees, no convenient fees, no parking fees. When you come to a Bananas game, every ticket includes your burgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, soda, water, popcorn, dessert, everything for $20. When you buy merchandise on our website, free shipping always. And you get free koozie, free decal, custom yellow tissue paper. You get a thank you call, a yellow box, delivered fresh stamp. It costs us more to do merchandise, to do tickets, to do everything. But that's how you create fans. No sane sports team owner would say, let's throw away all of our sponsorship revenue. That's a good business move, especially 2 weeks before the pandemic. Now, we didn't know the pandemic was coming in March of 2020, but on February 25th, we said, you know what? I don't believe one fan comes to a ballpark and says, I want to be advertised to, sold to, or marketed to. We have a 1926 ballpark. To have ads over the ballpark is not a great move. And also never sell something you don't believe in. If someone gives me, if I have $25,000 right now, I'm not putting an ad at a sports venue. I'm not doing it. I'm creating a remarkable experience for a fan. So don't sell something you don't believe in and don't insult your fans. So we threw away hundreds of thousands of dollars on February 25th, 2020. Fast forward almost 2 years later, our merchandise is four times what we've done in sponsorship because we created fans and fans want to invest in something that they believe in. It's a long game. But to me, 2 years is very short when you look at the whole, perspective of what we're trying to do. So it doesn't make sense in the short term, but I think when you create fans, it really does work in the long term. And yeah, our wait list for tickets is over 12,000. We just announced our Banana Ball World Tour. We're going to 6 new cities we've never been to. That wait list just hit 11,000. So we're very fortunate.
Unbelievable, remarkable how you guys have played the long-term game and it has paid off. Going to the 6-game tour around the country. So is this just like going to ballparks over the country, having Bananas play with your same game entertainment, basically taking it on the road, basically taking it on tour?
Yeah, it's completely unscalable, which is hilarious. But yeah, I mean, again, when we reached capacity in Savannah with every game sold out and the wait list so high and we said, well, what if we brought it to another place? And then we said, in true Fans First fashion, said, fans, where should we go? We had 5,000 suggestions, 500 cities, 25 countries. I'm like, sorry, we can't go to Sydney, Australia in the middle of COVID, and we did a test. See, the big thing people don't realize is that everything we do is an experiment. The first year we did the one city world tour. I mean, it's ridiculous. The one city world tour, it doesn't make any sense. However, people don't realize that it's also a manifestation that we will be playing over the world. So we might as well start the world tour the first year. So we asked all our fans, where should we go? And we narrowed down to 5 cities. In one city, you literally rolled out the yellow carpet. The mayor of Mobile, Alabama called me, reached out to me, met with me. There's tourism. Everyone's like, we want the Bananas to come. And we went there and we sold 7,000 tickets in 24 hours. And it was unbelievable. There were a lot of mistakes. Instead of singing the national anthem, our announcer said, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, take me out to the, I go Shark national anthem. We made a lot of mistakes. The audio went out, but we learned so much. So we opened it up to 6 cities and we've heard from thousands and we're bringing the full show. So it's not scalable because I'm close with the Globetrotters. They travel with 32 people. Mm-hmm. We travel with 92.
Wow.
So, I mean, we're bringing the pep band, the male cheerleading team. We're bringing a dancing umpire, a magician. We're bringing, you name it, a Princess Potassia. We're bringing our entire show because we want to give people what an authentic Bananas experience is. And again, we're making it, we're trying to give everything we can, which is completely unscalable. But I believe that's the way you create fans.
Unbelievable. So you do vision like 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. This is a 52 a week a year. You're going to tours. You're touring all over the country. Is that possible?
The starting point of all innovation, I believe, is looking at what the friction points in your industry are for your customers, and the friction points then for your business. For our customers, the game's long, slow, and boring. You get nickel and dimed, all the stuff that I've mentioned before.
Yep.
In the industry, a friction point is that you are very seasonal. And we learned this during COVID. If your season shut down or you're in trouble, you're luck the rest of the year. So we realized that why couldn't we be 24/7, 365? We asked the question, what if, which I think is the best question to ask. What if we did this? And so we said, well, we would need to have professional players. We need to have them in shape year round. Savannah's pretty warm year round. We don't get snow. That could work. And we asked all the questions. We said, we could do this. And so, yeah, I think we'll be playing year round, special events all over the country and then all over the world. And you better believe we'll be doing small bets every year. And, maybe we play in Australia next year and test that out. Maybe we go to different countries and do small bets where we can't lose that much. But if we win, it can be a huge win in the future.
Oh, remarkable, unbelievable. I can't wait for the World Tour so I can catch you guys one of these days. Really, to end the interview, like, what's your favorite Savannah Banana moment? It seems like there's so many. If I go through your YouTube page or your highlight reels, like, what's your favorite moment at a game?
Well, every night we do 4 new promotions. We've never done live in front of a crowd. So we do a new pregame promotion, a new during game, a new hitter walk-up, and a new scoring celebration, at least. So the answer that would be politically correct, and the answer I feel, but I'm not going to do it because it seems a cop-out, is the next promotion. However, what I will say is every night there's 2 things that are really special. Hey, baby. And the entire stadium, it's a tradition. We get the whole stadium to get up and stand up. All the players, the game stops, and we have to all do a dance. 4,000 people saying, hey, baby, ooh, ah. Whether you're 2 or 82, you're dancing. And then the next is when players go into the crowd and they deliver roses to little girls during like 3-year-olds. They get down and, our players also ask for autographs instead of give autographs. So when a kid comes up and says, can I have your autograph? They say, only if I can have yours. There's all these fans' first moments that happen that I think are really special that maybe aren't talked about enough.
Unbelievable. Well, Jesse, thank you so much. Keep up the amazing work with the Savannah Bananas and honestly worldwide, which is the way the Bananas are going nowadays. And we'll definitely keep in touch and talk to you again soon. Thanks for coming on. Awesome.